Had some amazing standout that's gone down the state and won 3 or 4 individual track events. And as you talked about, this Northrop schools have been pretty known throughout the past couple of years and for sports and their success that they've had.
Well, Wes, like we said, this is the first of the 2 for Lady Eagles this week. They have another one this Friday night at New Haven. That one should be interesting. If you can't make it over there, check it out here on 91.5 about 7:45 or so. Maybe Andy will be back by then. Andy sitting out again. We wish him well as he's sitting back home, and I know he's probably listening. So Andy, if you're listening, we wish you back and wish you well quickly. We're going to need you this weekend. And I think Wes is busy probably, right?
I got a few things going on this weekend, so hopefully Andy will be back for that.
All set for our national anthem, folks. National anthem, ladies and gentlemen, and according to the clock, we're 3 minutes away from playing basketball, but that's been stuck on 3 minutes for about 10, it seems like here. Again, senior night here at Northrop, and they're always interesting. But Northrop reappears back on the floor now. The Lady Eagles stayed out on the floor the entire time as introductions galore and cool songs and what have you. So now the clock starts to move again. So coming up on game time, national anthem's in, and we're a couple minutes away from starting lineups now. Plus, I was saying, too, the New Haven matchup this Saturday or this Friday night for the Lady Eagles has a chance to, lock down first place for the Lady Eagles, or a share of it, therefore. And, we looked down the way for the rest of the ledger for the Lady Eagles, and, another formidable opponent in Huntington. They come calling February 3rd to Columbia City, and that's going to be a barn burner, too. Coach Lippy over at Huntington's got a great squad over there. They've given everybody fits this year, and Northrop including, I think, I don't have Northrop stats in front of me, but Northrop, I think, did get them earlier in the season, and then the Lady Eagles, that'll round it out for them season-wise, and then sectional starts February 8th, and for those people listening who's interested, the sectional this year is at Columbia City, so you get a chance to get a ticket for that. That is going to be one whale of a sectional. That's going to be featured some pretty solid ball clubs. We're going to see Carroll come in, DeKalb's also there, Warsaw will be there. There's a lot of teams there that are going to be just flat out over 500, so, you pick a winner out of that one and you win the lottery, because the odds aren't very good on any team, and they're not very bad on any team. Once again, wrestling in action tonight, and we wish them the best of luck. Our underwriters, once again, include Myers, Tyson, Hockemeyer, McNagny, attorneys of law. Star Financial Bank, a part of this one. Thompson General Motors, McGregor Furniture in downtown Columbia City. Also, Family Support Services. Coldwell Banker, your perfect partner when you're buying or selling a home, is Scott Darley. And Smith & Sons Funeral Home in Columbia City. Look at last year's matchup. The Lady Eagles fell to Northrop at home back at the Don Luke Gymnasium by 15, 58-43. And not much luck the year before, if memory serves me correctly. We look back to the 02-03 campaign. And what do we have here? Again, it was a 49-44 loss. So losers of at least a couple in a row are the Lady Eagles. And they're going to try to get off that losing streak here tonight. I think we're all set for starting lineups, Wes.
All right, well, starting things off for the Northrop Lady Bruins will be in the backcourt, number 15, Jessica Gert, a senior. Also at the 2 spot, number 21, Michelle Megan, also a senior for Northrop. In the middle will be number 31, Jamaica Gates, a 5'11 center. At the forwards, number 30, Jamaica Banks, a 5'11 forward. And another forward will be 23, Trisha Lee, a 5'9 guard. for your Lady Eagles in the backcourt, as always, will be the two juniors, number 14, Sherry Hoppy, and number 24, Angie Roy. In the middle for the Lady Eagles is going to be number 30, Ashley Rhodes. The forwards, number 42, Kim Russell, a junior, and also number 34, Amanda Hicks for Columbia City.
Those are starting lineups in this one. As talked a little bit about the size being a pretty good matchup for the Lady Eagles West. The one thing that you continue to look at though is that long Bruin bench. 11 kids down there on the roster. The Lady Eagles sit with just 7. A couple calls from the JV. Basket's up tonight. But either way, there's a lot of athleticism even sitting the bench down there for Northrop.
Like Columbia City been plagued with injuries so far this season, and you may see that come into effect here, become a factor in this ball game. In Columbia City, as you talked about, only having 7 girls, or with the JV dressing up then, but their legs still get tired throughout the course of the ball game, and late into the second half, you might see that come into effect for the Lady Eagles.
Well, you know, it's interesting. Since Ruckman went down with her injury, we thought Roy's points would go up, Wes, and she was averaging about 18 a game when Ruckman went down, and I thought, well, she's going to have to chip in 24, 25 a game. That really hasn't been the case. She's just averaging 15 a game now over the course of the season. But that's well due in part that kids like Amanda Hicks have stepped up. She's shooting about 6 a game. Hoppy's at 8 a game, and Kim Russell has really come off the bench. Unfortunately, the Eagles in that starting lineup now, and she's averaging right about 6 points a game too. Rhodes is near 6 again. So the Lady Eagle offense is putting things together, and fortunately, it's not having to revolve around Angie Roy. Although the other night at DeKalb, I thought we'd see a lot more over the fourth quarter, but DeKalb just too tough defensively, and not be too good of a guard really to force the ball to her.
One thing that's really nice to see, which I've kind of noticed from both girls and boys basketball at Columbia City, is it always seems to be more that team effort rather than having one standout player. And as you talked about the Lady Eagles with the Ruckman going out and Michelle Kyler as well, really seeing Reslick and Ashley Rhodes and Amanda Hicks really kind of step in and play well here for the Lady Eagles.
Well, Rhodes is all set to jump center here. So is Gates for Northrop as they meet at half court. We are just about underway, folks, after a long delay to start this one. Senior night here at Northrop High School, and here's the tip that comes to Northrop. So on the backcourt with it will be Lee. She crosses the timeline. She's guarded by Hoppy, top of the key. Lady things into Roy. Roy now top of the circle, 15-footer. No good. Rebound comes to Northrop. Lady Bruins look to push it quickly. There's Harris down low. And Lady Eagles all over number 33 is Cheryl. That's tied up by a combination of Rhodes, Hoppy, Reslick, and everybody else in the squad.
And on that Sherry Hoppy three-point play opportunity as well, key for the Lady Eagles that Jamaica Banks picked up her second foul here early, and so she took a seat here for the Lady Bruins, and I'm sure the Lady Eagles are looking to keep her out of action as long as possible.
Well, the Lady Bruins with possession after the jump ball, and we got a traveling violation up top as Harris shuffled her feet at the top of the key, and the Lady Eagles have a shot at inching in a little bit closer. 9-6 our score, 56.5 on the clock exactly. The Lady Eagles will stare at that Lady Bruin press once more. Ball kicked out of bounds. The Lady Eagles will have 10 more seconds to get across half court. I always thought that rule was kind of goofy. You know, you play good defense for 8 seconds and hit the ball out of bounds, and you give your team another 10.
Yeah, I have to agree with you on that one.
Well, Rhodes gets it back to Hoppy, and Hoppy's going to drive it across the half-court line as they get it to Rhodes, now Roy on the right side. Roy, cold first quarter. She goes interior here. Shot hasn't been there as they get it to Rhodes in the block. Now the ball's thrown away by Lee. Lee looking to run things a little bit. She goes in the lane. Now the ball turned over once again. Northrop back with the scramble as they have the ball. Ball comes left side, back to Lee outside the arc. Now down low it comes to Gates. Gates over to 15, Gerke. She thought about the three, didn't take it. Gerke guarded tightly there by Roy. She gets it over to Gates. Gates in the corner with it. Nothing there. Looking for the feed down low. She gets it to Lee, however. Lee kicks it out to Gerke. Cross-court pass to Harris. Harris in a 20-footer on the way. No good. Rebound by Rhodes. Rhodes and Hoppy looking to push things up to 4. 5 on the clock. Hoppy comes top of the circle. 3 on the clock. They get it to Roy in the baseline. And the Lady Eagles aren't going to get a shot off as things went awry in the last few seconds of play there. I think Coach Krieger wanted Hoppy to go to the lane. She looked for the alternate route and tried to find Roy in the baseline. But either way, the Lady Eagles trail this one after one quarter, 9-6.
and Northrop jumped out on top there early, and really kind of troubled by some turnovers there late in the first quarter. And we're going to go over our underwriters here once more. Family Support Services in Northern Indiana offers individual, marriage, and family counseling along with professional Christian counseling. Call Family Support Services at 244-0057. Also, Coldwell Banker, your perfect partner when you're buying or selling a home. Remember, your perfect partner at Coldwell Banker is Scott Darley. Telephone him at 248-9738. That's Scott Darley and Coldwell Banker at 248-9738. Also, contact Smith & Sons Funeral Home for all your funeral arrangement needs. For 24-hour funeral news, call 244-6877. For any other questions, call Smith & Sons at 244-7601 or stop by at 207 North Main Street in Columbia City.
Those are underwriters for tonight, folks. 9-6 our score. We're getting ready to start quarter number 2. Tom Rensselaer alongside Wes Teska. Wes, thanks for filling in tonight. Been doing this for a while now, and another girls varsity game for you. You like doing this?
Definitely. I enjoy doing it very much, and I understand with Andy being sick and everything, I hope him the best, and I hope he gets well as soon as possible. But at the same time, I enjoy stepping in and broadcasting the girls basketball games.
Well, it's good to have you with us. Lady Eagles with the first possession here in the second half as Hicks has the top of the circle. She's going to come left side, gets a good screen there from Replik as it comes back up top now to Hoppy. Hoppy looks to start things here for the Lady Eagles as she pulls it out, and now she comes left side. Another good screen by Replik. Comes right, however, to Roy. Roy outside the arc, now cross court to Hicks. Hicks has been quiet tonight outside the arc with it. Hicks thought about that three for a minute. Now she gets it back to Hoppy. Hoppy, top of the circle, calls out of play. Lady Eagles reset the offense again. Hicks with it outside the arc. She runs right side to Roy. Roy thought about that three. Now looks interior to Rhodes. Rhodes drives the paint with it. Little pull up in the lane. She got it. Good looking move there from the junior Rhodes. And the Lady Eagles within one now. 9-8 our score. 7-13 left to go. Quarter number 2. And Lee back with it for the Bruins. Lee, the catalyst of this Bruin ball club. They run right down low as it comes to 15. That's Gerke. Gerke couldn't get the shot off on the lane. She could have took the 15-footer. Went inside with it, dribbled off her own foot, and the Lady Eagles are going to have the ball after a turnover. Straight up 7 minutes down, 9-8 our score. Hoppy with it for the Lady Eagles, and the Lady Eagles with a shot here to take the lead down by 1. Hoppy with it. She runs right side, gets the screen from Rhodes. Now Hoppy drives interior, layup on the way. It's good if it counts, and it is. But she's got to count it a three-point play. Early foul. And, boy, that's continuation right there, Wes. I thought that for sure he was going to call that on the floor.
Yeah, it's more like an NBA call if you ask me, but we'll take it as hopefully Sherry Hoppy can tie up the ball game here.
Well, actually, she put the Lady Eagles up by 1 with the free throw, and I don't know what the delay is on the scoreboard. Free throw on the way would make it a three-point play, and that's good. So the Lady Eagles, there we go, on an 11-9 lead now. A 2-point lead for the Lady Eagles, down by 8 a little bit ago, and now they're right in the thick of things here. They own a 2-point lead. Northrop back with it as it's Harris up top of the circle. Harris looking down low to Lee. Lee, long 20-footer on the way, and that one's no good. Big rebound there by Cheryl. Her shot goes as easy rebound on the block, and she picked on the way to hit it off the square for an easy bunny, and this one's knotted at 11. 6:20 remaining here, quarter number 2. Hoppy with it for the Lady Eagles. She runs left side this time, gets it to Roy outside the arc. Roy, top of the circle to Hicks. Hicks now runs it right to Replik. Replik outside the arc, and she's going to look down low, nothing there. Finds Hicks back top of the circle. Rhodes with it outside the arc, left side. Rhodes waiting patiently here. Looks to go back up top of the circle to Hicks. She does, who finds Roy on the right side. Now Roy takes her defender, a little 20 or 15-footer, pull-up jumper, and she's real bad. As that might be Roy's first points of the night, is it? Well,
actually her second bucket. She knocked down a little 4-foot bunny there as we might have gone off the air at that point.
Well, 13-11 our score. Lady Eagles with a 2-point lead as it's Lee with it for Northrop. And she comes outside the right arc. Long three-pointer in the way for Lee, and she drained that one like the game of horse. 14-13.
Her second three-pointer of the night already, and she's put up 8 of these 14 Lady Bruins points here.
13-11 our score. I'll read some of tonight's underwriters real quick. They include Smith & Sons Funeral Home. Contact us, Smith & Sons, for all your funeral arrangements. For 24-hour funeral news, call 244-6677. For any other questions, call Smith & Sons at 244-7601 or stop by at 207 North Main in Columbia City. 14-13 our score so far. Wes, what do you think of this one?
It's been a barn burner so far here, and really the Lady Eagles defense is kicking in as Northrop kind of sloppy with some passes, and Lady Eagles coming up with quite a few steals there late in the first quarter and early here in the second quarter to tighten up this ball game as Northrop jumped on top early, but the Lady Eagles really doing a good job of fighting back, and I've really been impressed with the post defense, not only on Jamaica Banks, but really the Lady Eagles come up with a lot of steals, as I said, and block shots, and really kind of redirected some shots from Northrop.
You know, Lee, a special player, catalyst really of this Lady Bruin ball club. She drained that three a minute ago, and Coach Krieger put the clamps on it immediately as he got a timeout. I don't think he liked what he saw there, and Lee really is a special player. She's played all of this one. The Lady Eagles are really going to have to clamp down on her the rest of the way. Well, the Lady Eagles with it now after the timeout. Get a little passive press here. They break it easily. It's a little trap now as they come across half court with it. Rutlick with it in the corner, and they get it to Hoppy. Hoppy out to Hicks. Hicks gets it to Roy in the corner. That one batted away. However, the Lady Eagles come back up with it. Roy goes to the baseline, looking. She finds Hicks outside the arc. Hicks and Roy playing catch, and it's Hoppy top of the key three on the way. Good if it goes. No. Rebound, however, comes to the Bruins. Harris with it. She crosses the timeline quickly. This is going to be Caldwell. Caldwell runs top of the circle, and she's going to pull things out, and they run it back to Lee. Lee. Thought about going interior there, pulls it back out, restarts the offense. The Lady Eagles go to a 2-3 zone. Pass down low. Ooh, easy no-look pass there by Cheryl. She missed the bunny, however, and Roy comes out of there with it. Hoppy with across the timeline. 4:32 left to go. 14-13 lead for the Lady Bruins. Lady Eagles have it. Rhodes on the right side baseline. She got the bucket and the foul. The late foul after the shot. Rhodes will go to the free throw line, and the Lady Eagles and Rhodes connect there on a 15-foot baseline jumper. And Rhodes with a shot to give the Lady Eagles a 2-point lead.
And Rhodes really looked pretty confident here tonight, facing up and going up with that jump shot. She knocked out that 12-footer over there on the baseline. That's always a good thing to see for a post player on any team, really, to be able to face up with their defender and knock it down.
Rhodes completes the three-point play, and the Lady Eagles do lead 16-14. Good ball movement that time for the Lady Eagles, and now they play defense. Lee crosses half court with it. Ball goes off of Lee's foot. However, a Bruins there to pick it up, and it's going to be Harris. Harris, they get it down low now to 31, an easy bucket. Check out number 30, Banks, an easy bucket for her, as the Lady Eagles were looking to go the other way for a turnover, but didn't get it. Hicks with it. Back to Hoppy. Hoppy trying to find Hicks. They try to get it across half court. They finally do. Bad pass there by Roy. Turnover Columbia City, and Northrop's off to the races as Lee crosses the half court line. Lee with it. She runs it left side over to Caldwell. Caldwell gets it down low. Turnover. Northrop has put that one right off her hip, and Columbia City will have the ball. 3:45 left to go. 16-16 our score. The Lady Eagles hanging around in this one. They're down 9-1 early. That's played better of late. It's Hoppy with it for the Lady Eagles. She goes interior and now kicks it out to Rhodes. Rhodes to Hicks. Hicks without a bucket tonight. Runs it off left side to Roy. Ball stolen there by Lee. She just took it away from Roy. Lee with it. Bad pass outside. Now going to be corralled there by number 12, Caldwell. Caldwell gets it over down low to 33, Cheryl. Cheryl sandwiched back to Caldwell. Caldwell wants to look at that jump shot. No, she kicks it over to Cheryl. Her shot's no good. The Lady Eagles Hoppy picks up the board, and the Eagles ready to do cross half court once more. Hicks with it now. She gets it up top of the circle to Restlick. Restlick back to Hoppy. Hoppy will restart things. Hoppy goes to the paint with a little pull-up floater on the way. She got it to go left side. Drove the paint, pulled up just short of the block, gets it off the glass. So it's an 18-16 lead for the Lady Eagles. Nice job by Hoppy that time. Lee with it for the Lady Bruins. She runs it right side over to Banks. Banks back to Lee. Now they get it down low to Cheryl. Cheryl goes cross court. Number 12, that's Caldwell. She gets an 18-footer on the baseline. Easy shot. No one interface that time, and this one knotted at 18. 2:30 left to go, quarter number 2, is the Lady Eagles. Hanging right in there. Hicks with it. She gets back to Hoppy. Hoppy finally gets it across the half-court line. Replick turns with it at the top of the circle. Roy. Back up top to Hoppy. Hoppy cross court to Hicks. Hicks, wide open three on the way. No good. Rebound, however. Oh, no, that one taken away by Northrop. This is Lee, and the Bruins off to the races. Lee pulls up at the elbow. Her shot's no good. Rebound, Northrop. We got a foul coming. Shot's no good, but Rose is going to pick up her second. And the Lady Bruins will head to the free throw line.
The Lady Bruins really doing a pretty good job on the boards here tonight, too. out-rebounded Columbia City by a large margin, and that's part of the reason they're in this ball game.
So Banks goes to the free throw line for the Lady Bruins. An opportunity to give her chance, or give her ball club a lead here. She does, a 1-point lead now for the Lady Bruins. They led most of this one, now 19-18. Rethlick will check out. Did they get that foul on Rethlick, or did they get it on Rhodes? Let's say up on the board. It says Rhodes.
And they did give it to Rhodes. Another second then.
Another free throw coming here by Banks. That one long. Rebound by Rohr, who's just checked in. We got a jump ball. As Rohr, that's an easy rebound, but a couple Bruin defenders collapsed on her quickly. And Northrop will have the ball underneath their own basket after the turnover. The Bruins all set to put it in play here. There's going to be Lee out with it. She comes up to Caldwell. Caldwell, now the kick out comes over to Lee. Left side outside the arc. That one no good. Rebound by Hicks, and the Columbia City Lady Eagles look to go the other way here with it. Hoppy gets it to Hicks, and they cross the timeline now. Hicks over to Rhodes. Left side outside the arc. Thought about that interior feed to Roy. Wasn't there. She gets it to Hicks. Now back to Rhodes. Rhodes finds Hoppy, top of the circle. They get it to Roy way outside the arc. Rhodes, or check that Roar, finally gets it back to Hoppy. Hoppy looks baseline. She's got Roy for a wide open three. That one's no good. That one long. Northrop out of there with it. They find Lee, and Lee's off to the races. What do we have? A silly foul on Roy. Is Lee, a smart ball player, saw contact and went right at Roy, and Roy will pick up a good foul.
Angie really kind of struggling here from the outside tonight, and that'll be key for the Lady Eagles here. It's still the lead there coming up in the second half, and they're also going to have to shut down and get out on number 23, Tricia Lee of Northrop, who seems to be really knocking down everything.
Well, Royal should start to hit pay dirt. It's one of those things. Sometimes you just have a night like that. The Bruins back with it, just Lee top of the circle. They go interior feed to Banks. Now the kick out. They look back at Banks. Rhodes steps into the passing lane. Northrop almost turns it over as it comes over to Caldwell now. Now comes back right side to number 30. That's Banks. Long three in the way. No good. Hicks in good rebounding position. She taps it to Hoppy for the board. Hoppy with it. Slow things down. We're under a minute to play. Lady Bruins on a 1-point lead, 19-18. Hoppy goes to Hicks with it on the right side. Back to Hoppy. Hoppy and the Lady Eagles. Well, they play for one here. Down by one, 45 ticks on the clock. Quarter number 2 goes to Rohr, who sends it immediately back to Hoppy. She didn't want anything to do with that on the elbow. Now Hoppy with it. Outside the arc, right side. Finds Hicks, top of the circle. Hicks, back to Hoppy. Hoppy with it over to Rhodes, outside the arc on the right side, and it appears the Lady Eagles will play for one. Hicks with it. She goes over left side now to Rethlick. Rethlick and the Lady Eagles outside the arc with it. A lot of perimeter play here as they get it back to Hoppy. Hoppy with 16 on the clock. She's getting the count. Knows she has to go one direction. She does. Finds Rhodes on the left side. Rhodes, 10 on the clock. Rhodes looks up top to Hicks. Lady Eagles almost lose at 5 on the clock now. Hicks is going to have to do something. 3 on the clock. 2. They find Rethlick on the block. Bunny on the way. Good if it goes. No. She hits the square. Long iron, however. The Lady Eagles will go to halftime down by 1, 19-18. Lucky to really get a shot off there before the half.
At all times.
Well, Russell total up the stats. Lady Eagles down by 1. I'll read you the underwriters. Tonight's game underwritten by Myers, Tyson, Hockemeyer, McNagny, attorneys at law, providing legal services to individuals and businesses in Whitley County. From their offices in downtown Columbia City at Myers, Tyson, Hockemeyer, McNagny, attorneys at law. Also, Star Financial Bank, a full-service bank with 2 branches in Columbia City and branches throughout Northeast Indiana. Star Financial Bank for both consumer and business loans at 248-6000. Come see the exciting new GM cars, trucks, vans, and SUVs at Thompson's Whitley County Motors, just off Highway 30 in Columbia City. Thompson's GM, proud supporters of Columbia City Sports for a long time. Also, McGregor Furniture in downtown Columbia City. They feature bedroom, dining room, and living room furniture. Catnap recliners and wolf bedding are also available at McGregor Furniture in downtown Columbia City. And Family Support Services of Northern Indiana. They offer individual, marriage, and family counseling along with professional Christian counseling. Call Family Support Services at 244-0057. And Coldwell Banker, your perfect partner when you're buying or selling a home. Remember, your perfect partner in Coldwell Banker is Scott Darley. That's Scott Darley and Coldwell Banker at 248-9738. And contact Smith & Sons Funeral Home for all your funeral arrangements. For 24-hour funeral news, call 244-6877. For any other questions, call Smith & Sons at 244-7601 or stop by at 207 North Main in Columbia City. Wes, you got everything ready over there?
I sure do. First of all, for the Northrop Lady Bruins leading the way, looking impressive early, knocking down a pair of free throws and a pair of three-pointers as well, is Tricia Lee with 8 points and no fouls there in the first half, so that's pretty key for her. She should play out the rest of the ball game in quite a few minutes here for Northrop. Also, Jamaica Banks had those two fouls early in the game, had to sit out for a little while. She's back in, knocked down 5 points for Northrop. Rounding out the scoring then for the Bruins, Brittany Rare, Faith Sherrill, and Chastity Caldwell, all with 2 points for the Lady Bruins. And for the Columbia City Lady Eagles, leading the way is Sherry Hoppy with a pair of three-point opportunities. Really had some pretty aggressive drives to the basket and looked impressive for Columbia City. Also on the defensive end there in the first half. Ashley Rhodes chipped in, as I talked about, able to face up her defender and knock down a nice little 6-foot, 8-foot jump shot. She had 5 points for Columbia City. Angie Roy picked up a foul late and knocked down 4 points for Columbia City there in the first half. And as we talked about, she's been struggling from the field a little bit, but really a pretty good shooter and has a nice touch from the outside. And hopefully, after halftime, she can come out and start knocking down shots and build a nice lead here for Columbia City. And then rounding out the score for the Lady Eagles, the number 42, Kim Resnick, knocked in 1 bucket for 2 points.
Well, not bad for the Lady Eagles. I'm sure Roy would have been a little bit more excited to get a few of her shots to go as she rattled a few in and out. Roy, like you said, a nice effort in the first half. As Ashley, a good performance for her in the first half. As some dancing here in the middle of the gym floor. It's quiet in here of all things. Again, tonight's underwriters include Smith & Sons Funeral Home, Coldwell Banker, Family Support Services, Northern Indiana, McGregor Furniture, Thompson's General Motors, Star Financial Bank, Myers Tyson, Hockenheim, McNagny, Attorneys at Law. As I see Coach Bell all set to join us, as he's about as red as a tomato over there. It's going to be interesting to see what Coach Bell has to say. As he'll pull up a chair and put on the old headset. Coach Bell, how are you tonight?
Good. Did I hear him say they're dedicating this dance to you, Tommy?
I told all our listeners that you were as red as a tomato walking across the gym. Finds Roy back outside the arc. Roy runs it left side. She gets it back to Hoppy. Hoppy pulls up for the three. That one no good. Rebound lead. So the Lady Bruins look to push it a little bit more. They get it up the floor quickly over to 12 Caldwell. Caldwell thought about the jumper. Didn't take it. Now they run it left side to Rare, who's got the open 15-footer. No good. Rebound comes to Banks. Banks backs it out, and the Lady Bruins will reset, and Lee has it top of the circle. Lady Eagles need a big stop here. 13 on the clock, as it's going to be Rare outside the arc, and Lee will look to create with 9 now. Lee goes to the hole, kicks it over to Sherrill for the easy jumper. No good. The rebound is going to come to Banks, but she got the easy board because she was all over Roy's back.
It's going to be her third foul of the ball game, and it's also the third Northrop team foul, I believe.
4 ticks on the clock. Lady Eagles have that long to get something done. Length of floor to go as Hicks finally touches it. 3-2. She'll pull up top of the circle, try to get it away. They don't even get a shot off, and that's got a foul with Coach Krieger. Sherry wanted Hicks to pull up, take the open three. She looked over left wing and found Revlick, but it was too late. 31-21 our score. The end of quarter number 3.
Good, in that third quarter, you saw the Lady Eagles trouble from the Northrop defense, as we talked about with the minute-long possessions even, and then the Lady Eagles ended up in turnovers or missed shots and sort of struggling offensively in that third quarter, and they're really going to need to improve on here in the fourth.
Well, you can contact Myers Tyson, Hockenheim, McNagny, Attorneys at Law. They provide the legal services to individuals and businesses of Whitley County from their offices in downtown Columbia City. That's Myers Tyson, Hockenheim, McNagny, Attorneys at Law. Don't forget about Star Financial Bank, a full-service bank with 2 branches in Columbia City and branches throughout Northeast Indiana. Star Financial Bank for both consumer and business loans at 248-6000. Come see the exciting new GM cars, trucks, vans, and SUVs at Thompson's Whitley County Motors, just off Highway 30 in Columbia City. Thompson and GM, proud supporters of Columbia City sports for a long time. 10-point lead for the Lady Bruins. Biggest lead of the night. We get ready to start quarter number 4. Lady Eagles will have the ball. They're straight across from us here.
Eagles will inbound to begin the final quarter play.
Restlick, Rohr, Roy, Hoppy, and Hicks on the floor for the Lady Eagles. Hicks with it right side. She finds Hoppy at the top of the circle. Hoppy comes left. Now she goes interior. Nope, check that. She comes back to Roy. Roy back to Hoppy. Play pitch and catch. Now Hoppy drives outside. Long 3 and away for Hicks. No good. The rebound goes off the Lady Bruins, or the Lady Eagles will have another shot at this one. Cheryl trying to corral things down low in the baseline, and she couldn't get a hold of it. The Lady Eagles get another possession out of it. Just started quarter number 4. Lady Eagles down by 10. Hoppy will start things out top of the circle to Hicks. Hicks comes up top to Roy, and Roy will give it to Hoppy, and Hoppy will start the offense. Hoppy, top of the circle, runs it right side to Roy. Roy to Hicks. Hicks, thought about the 3, now she pulls up from 15, just inside the arc, no good. Rebound comes to Lee. Lee forcing the issue, easy transition on the way for Rare. Rare pulls up, missed the bunny. She could have went to the back of the rack with it, but she pulled up from about 10 feet, missed it. Rebound comes to Rohr. Rohr now to Hoppy, and Hoppy crosses the timeline up top of the circle. Hicks has it left side. Hoppy stops top of the circle, looks to start things. They run it over right side to Roy. Roy thought about that 3. Now she goes interior, has it batted away there by Lee. There's Lee, a good all-around player, as Roy went right around her, but Lee is smart enough individual to just tap it away from her. Looks like Roy might have had an easy layup.
Looks like Lee's going to take a seat here as number 11, Samantha Harris, checks back in for her. But nevertheless, Lee some quality minutes for Northrop.
Lady Eagles get it inbounds to Hicks, who finds Hoppy in the corner. Hoppy goes baseline with it. She's fouled. She was just trying to get across court, but was hammered down on the baseline. Common foul, just a team fourth.
It's going to be the first foul of the ball game on Chastity Caldwell. You said Northrop's 4th team foul here in the second half.
Hoppy will trigger things underneath their own basket. It'll be Roy. Roy to Hicks on the baseline. Roy now gets it back and goes interior, and we have another foul. The Lady Eagles may have to hit some points from the free throw line. There's 6:45 left to go. 5 team fouls on the Lady Bruins, and the Lady Eagles, for about the 4th time in a minute, will inbound the ball underneath their own basket.
That'll be Chastity Caldwell's 2nd foul here in the last 5-10 seconds.
Oh, Roy with it. She finds Hicks at the top of the circle, who gets it to Hoppy. Hoppy. Lady Eagles down by 10, 6:30 left to go. Hoppy goes to the paint, pulls up, little 5-footer on the way, no good. Rebound comes to Restlick, or who's that to? Jump ball, they say. Goes the Lady Bruins. Hoppy couldn't hit pay dirt on that one. But she might be kissing it off the glass, though. Just rattled it off the back iron, and another shot that doesn't go that we normally see go for the Lady Eagles.
Good aggressive rebounding there by Kim Restlick, causing the jump ball. Still Lady Bruin possession, but good to see the Lady Eagles battling on the boards there underneath.
Well, the Lady Bruins with it is going to be Caldwell, who runs it left side. Ball almost stolen. Now they get it quickly down the rear. Interior feed there for Cheryl. Interior move, and we got a foul on the floor. Who's it going to be on?
About 3 Lady Eagle defenders down there, so they call on any of them. And they're going to give it to Sherry Hoppy. That'll be her 2nd foul of the ball game.
Fouls on the floor. Bruins will have the ball underneath their own basket. 6:19 remaining in this one. Lady Eagles down by 10. Harris will kick it in for the Lady Bruins. They get it up top to Banks. Banks will back it out, and they find Harris to get at the top of the keys. Stolen there by Hoppy. Hoppy has it. One of the easy breaks, she finds Hicks. Right side, layup blown there by Hicks as she missed the bunny, and the Bruins go the other way. That could have jump-started the Lady Eagle offense here in the 4th quarter. Bruins now have it. They get it over to Caldwell. Easy pass down low to Rare as she rattled it in. It's a 12-point lead by the Lady Bruins. Lady Eagles can really use a bucket. That might be the understatement of the year. Roy, interior feed for Rhodes. Rhodes, her kiss off the glass isn't good. What do we have here? Rebound by Rare, and I think we're going the other way with it. Krieger wants a travel violation, not going to get it.
There's going to be a foul on Amanda Harris. It's going to be her 1st foul, and Lady Eagles' 5th team foul here in the second half.
It's looking like the 4th quarter of the DeKalb game the other night, as the Lady Eagle offense has just been vacant. Northrop the other way with it. Long three-pointer in the corner doesn't go, and Hoppy comes down with the rebound. They push it up the floor to Roy, and what do we have? Knocked out of bounds there by number 12, Caldwell, for the Lady Bruins. She didn't get the tip on that. Roy might have been off to the races. Timeout Northrop, 33-21 our score. Lady Eagles down by 12. 5:30 left to go in this one, and Wes will talk to you about some of the underwriters.
McGregor Furniture in downtown Columbia City, featuring Broyhill bedrooms, dining room, and living room furniture. Cat Napa recliners and Wolf bedding are also available at McGregor Furniture in downtown Columbia City. You can call McGregor Furniture at 244-7352. Also, come see the exciting new General Motors cars, trucks, vans, and sport utility vehicles at Thompson's Whitley County Motors on Highway 30 in Columbia City. Thompson and General Motors have been proud supporters of Columbia City sports for a long, long time.
33-21 our score. Those are some of tonight's underwriters. We couldn't do it without them, folks, as they send Wes and I here tonight to give Columbia City and Whitley County a girls basketball game, and a pretty good one, really. The Lady Eagles were into this one, and not that they're out of this one now, but was just a one-point game at half, and the Lady Eagle offense has yet to step out of the locker room from the halftime.
As you talked about, it's struggling, doing a lot of little things right. As we've said a few times, rebounding could be a little bit better, as Northrop coming up with the majority of the rebounds. Really, the Lady Eagles defense getting some blocks and some steals, causing some turnovers, has made up for that fact. The shots aren't falling here tonight, it seems like.
The Lady Eagles lose possession after the timeout. Hoppy runs it left side to Roy. Lady Eagles are going to have to start forcing some jumpers. Roy forces one there from outside, just inside the arc. Doesn't go. Rebound comes off of Rhodes. It'll go back to the Lady Bruins. The Lady Bruins on a 12-point lead. They're probably going to start burning a little bit of clock here with 5:19 to go.
It's another thing for the Lady Eagles, getting this 12-point deficit here as we kind of wind down the fourth quarter. They need to start launching the longer range shots, and it's going to take down your field goal percentage quite a bit. And the Lady Eagles have seen that for the majority of the fourth quarter here, as they've had to overcome this large lead.
Well, turnover Northrop as the Lady Eagles do a little studying, and now it's a turnover for Columbia City as Hoppy stops at the free throw line and had the ball knocked away, as Lady Eagles look like they might have a transition bucket. No avail, though, and it's Northrop the other way with it. Lee, who just checked back in, has the ball batted away. It is Rhodes who picks it up, who gets it to Hoppy for the Lady Eagles. Errant pass now picked it up by Roy. Roy, a little layup in the lane, no good. Rebound, however, comes to, who's it going to be off of, as Reflick was in there battling for that one. Scrappy Reflick tonight. She looks upset. She went to work on that one, and it's going to be the Lady Eagles ball underneath their own basket. Roy with a tough night once more. Couldn't hit the bunny there, and the Lady Eagles have the ball underneath their own basket. They do get it to Roy. Roy with it back to Hicks. Hicks forces one just inside the arc, and she drains it. That's the first Lady Eagle offense we've had in a while. Hicks with 4 in the second half, and the Lady Eagles have had, I think, 6 total.
I believe so.
Lee with it for the Lady Bruins. Well, we have a foul now at the top of the circle as Hicks, and Hoppy stepped up to double her up outside the arc, and a little reach in on Hicks.
Thought they might have called Hoppy on that one, but they got a man to Hicks for her second.
I did too, really. 4:22 left to go. 10-point deficit for the Lady Eagles. The Bruins on top, 33-23. Ball comes right side, and now goes down low over to Banks. Banks, she gets the bunny in the foul, and the Bruins will have a chance to push that lead to 13 after the foul.
Again, a little touch foul underneath on the Lady Eagles, and not really a good foul, with already having a 10-point deficit to overcome. And now, as you talked about, Banks stepping to the line with a 3-point play opportunity.
Well, they could push it to 13 right here. Free throw is good. And the Lady Eagles have the length of the floor to go with 4:15 remaining. Hoppy will bring it across the timeline. Right side once more. Gets a screen there from Rhodes. Right outside the arc. Now it's Hicks at the top of the circle. Hicks goes inside with it. Bats it back down to Reflick. We got a reach-in foul on Rare. So the Lady Eagles will head to the stripe here as this is bonus time. I think it'll be Hicks. I thought it was bonus time. Am I wrong?
2-6 foul.
That's handy when it says, thought it said 8 on the scoreboard, but I guess a couple balls are missing over there. Well, 3:58 left to go in this one. Lady Eagles with possession as Hicks runs the right side to Roy. Roy, she's going to pull up for one of these west, but dribbles that one right up her foot, and we'll go the other way with it. Just not a good night for Angie Roy, as what could go wrong has gone wrong for not only Roy, but the Lady Eagles in general. 13-point deficit for Columbia City. Ball batted into the crowd right here to our right side as Roy jumps into the passing lane. The Bruins will have to start things all over again to our right. Ware will kick it in. They get it into Lee. Lee crosses half court easily. No pressure there as Hicks has her outside the arc. Now Lee goes inside. They get it down low to Banks. Easy bucket for her. And it's 38-23. The lead is 15 for the Lady Bruins. Hoppy with it. Trying to go inside. And we got a touch foul on Lee coming as Hicks receives the pass, but it's too late as they get the foul before time, and Hoppy will go to the free throw line.
They started to look kind of physical out there as well as these last two Columbia City offensive possessions. They getting pumped around a little bit by Northrop defense.
This one was cruising right along until about 5 minutes ago. Fouls are picked up, free throws shooting has occurred, and Hoppy misses her first of the one-on-one, and still a 15-point game. Lee with it for the Lady Bruins as she crosses half court. She runs it right side as they get it down over to Harris. Harris fouled there by Roy, and Lady Bruins in bonus too, so they'll head to the free throw line.
It's going to be Angie Roy's third foul of the ball, fourth foul of the ball game. And see if she takes the seat here for Columbia City, or Coach Krieger is going to leave her in for offensive purposes.
Well, there was a check-in. It was Roar who comes in for Westlake. Roar, the big sophomore center. The free throw up by Harris. It's good. She's got another one coming as a 39-23 now. If you weren't with us earlier, the Lady Eagles down by 1.5, even led a few times in the second quarter, have just been dismantled here in the third and fourth quarter, now down 40-23. Just 4 or 6 second-half points, not for sure here for the Lady Eagles this half. Lady Eagles with possession. Hicks has it on the right side. Hicks looking down to Rhodes, can't find her, gets it back to Hoppy. Hoppy just outside the arc, looks down low. She gets across court to Roy. Roy to Roar, and now they get it to Rhodes. Hicks, Hoppy, the three on the way. That one's short. Rebound Lee. No check that. Hicks gets the handle on it. Now Hicks will take the 15-footer just inside the arc and show it to the free throw line as Lee will get caught with the block from behind. So Hicks, chance to put more points on the board here for the Lady Eagles. Maybe too little too late. 2:50 left to go. Lady Eagles down by 17. She have all of her scoring in the second half left.
She's got 4 of the 6 and now 5 of 7 as she knocks down her first free throw.
Well, it's nice to see Hicks putting some points on the board. However, you hope everybody else can chip in too. And the Lady Eagle offense just not there in the second half as Hicks hits her second of 2. And it's 40-25. Lady Bruins will get it into Lee. Lee, crossover dribble, gets it across the half-court line. Easy layup coming here by number 30, Banks. Give Lee another assist on that one. She just split the seam and an easy bucket down low in the post. It is 42-25. Lady Eagles back with it. It is Roy. Just outside the arc comes to Hoppy. Hoppy over to Hicks. Hicks over to Roy. Roy now with it right side. Thought about pulling up. She finds Rhodes at the free throw line. Shot's no good. Is partially blocked. Bruins come out of there with it, and they're going to head the other way. Harris with it. Looking across court. As scramble for it, now comes over to number 30, and that's going to be Banks. Her free throw shot, no good as she was right there on the stripe. Rebound comes to Rhodes, who gets it to Hoppy. Hoppy drives the length of the floor, gets off the glass, is good, and it's 42-27. So Hoppy, a little coast-to-coast action there, and the Lady Bruins back with it the other way. 2-on-1 drill again occurs, and an easy bucket by number 33, Cheryl. Foul comes too, so it's a chance for a three-point play for the Lady Bruins. As Roar was back there playing goalie in the game of hockey, but a 2-on-1 usually results in a goal. 44-27.
That'll be Roy's first foul of the ball game, and she's going to check out here. And back in is Kim Reslick. Coach Krieger not too happy about that foul underneath, as the Eagles have had a few of those here in the fourth quarter, giving Northrop some three-point opportunities.
Well, Roy's a sophomore, the school hard knocks, I guess you could say. She's going to learn quickly, and she'll be ready next year. It's going to be fun to watch this career next year, and not that this year is gone by any means, but it's an exciting group to have back next season, not a senior on the floor. Free throws were missed for Northrop, and the Lady Eagles have it coming back the other way. Hicks, top of the circle. She'll take a two-pointer on the line. Shot didn't go. Rebound comes to the Lady Bruins, and Lee off to the races. Long full-court pass. Touch pass now over to number 15, Gerke. Gerke will pull it out, and Lady Bruins just trying to mill a little clock. Hoppy all over Lee, and Lee will head to the line. So Lee will head to the line and look to add insult to injury, I guess you could say, is the Lady Eagles down by 17 now. The second half has gone awry for the Lady Eagles. Lee will shoot two, double bonus time for Northrop. First one's good. Another nice night for Lee. I don't know what you have her for, but pretty good night.
She's got 9 now on the night. She knocked down those two big three-pointers there in the first half, and really been good. Made some good interior passes inside to Banks and Cheryl as well, and really just been a floor general for the Lady Bruins here tonight.
She hits both free throws, and it's 46-27. A few assists to go along with her stats too tonight, as Hoppy has it top of the key. Hoppy with it. Looks down low, finds Roy now up top of the circle. Roy drives to the elbow, stops there. Ball was picked up by Hoppy, and now we go the other way with it, batted away, and it's Rare on running the break for the Lady Bruins. Rare looking down low to lead, nothing there as they kick things out, and they'll play with 1:10 left to go. And it's all a little time here. This is Megan. Megan will have it for the Lady Bruins. Megan comes up the bench. She's a nice little ball handler, and they finally get it over to Gerke. Gerke back to Megan. Megan runs it down low over to Gates. Gates with it on the baseline. Pull-up jumper on the... She's fouled, so she'll go to the line. And the foul comes against Roy, I believe. Is that right? Is that her fifth?
That'll be her fifth, so she's going to have to take a seat here with 55-6 remaining.
Well, Lady Eagles down by 19. Could be 21 by the end of these free throws. And Lady Eagles are going to check in some young kids. Sophomores are going to get into the action. I know Batsky's down at the bench. Jessica Harrison will check in for Columbia City. Roy will check out. A tough night for her. One I'm sure she's going to want to forget. Free throws coming here for Gates. First one is good. And 47-27. Lady Eagles were in this one up to halftime, and the third quarter and fourth quarter has been their demise tonight. The free throw coming for Gates. That's good as well. The lead now is 21. 55-6 left in this one, folks. Hoppy has it over to Hicks. Hicks outside the arc, finds Hoppy once more. Hoppy gets back to Hicks. Hicks thought about that three, and they get it now left side to Wrestling. Wrestling looking down low, nothing there. She drives baseline, kick out to Jessica Harrison. Harrison back to Hicks with it, who tried a little floater in the lane. She got fouled and head to the line. 35-6 left. Hicks to the line to put more points in her scoring column. She's got a few this half. 6.5.
That's right. And good penetration there by Hicks as well with the shot fake, the driver, defender into the lane and get the foul call as she knocks down her first free throw. And she's now got, I believe, 7 of the Lady Eagles' 9 points this half.
Ouch. Well, one of those good bad things. You like to see her put points to the board, but you hope she doesn't have 8 of 10 in the second half. Second one was missed, so she has 7 of their 9, and the Lady Bruins will go the other way. Gerke with it for the Lady Bruins. She crosses the half-court line guarded by Harrison. Bruins looking to melt a little bit of clock here. It's going to be Megan with it. Megan back over to Gerke. Gerke with 18 on the clock. Has a little lob pass over the head. And the Lady Eagle defenders is Caldwell in the corner. And ball out of bounds. So what do we have? Travel violation. And the Lady Eagles will maybe get the last possession of this one, folks. 10.7 on the clock. The Lady Eagles will try to bust 30. It was 48-28. Hoppy with it. She crosses the timeline quickly. 8 seconds on the clock. She's going to go into the lane. Kick over to Rhodes. Baseline floater. No good. The rebound comes to the Lady Bruins, and that'll end this one, folks. 48-28. And tough second half. Those Lady Eagles in tonight as they fall by 20. They fall to 11-7 overall, and we look forward to this Saturday night game against New Haven.
I believe the Columbia City boys travel here to Northrop on February 1st.
Yeah, I got the schedule here in front of me. Let's see here.
Our winner for the Columbia City Lady
It might be,
You are exactly, well, they don't travel here. They play at home against Northrop on February 1st. As you are the human computer sitting to my right, because I couldn't have told you what I'm eating for dinner tomorrow night, let alone what's going on for February 1st.
hopefully the boys are up for that game, as they've had, as you said, won 6 of 7 now here lately. And they'll travel to New Haven on Friday. The girls play New Haven on Saturday, so two good ball games coming up here this weekend for Eagle and Lady Eagle basketball.
You know, this one interesting from the standpoint that the Lady Eagles played so well for so long and then really just crumbled in the third and fourth quarter. It's going to be interesting to see how they come back this weekend, because with a shot or a share of the NHC, they can't afford to have a half like this against a pretty solid New Haven ball club. They got a kid over there, Poppy Miller, who's one of the areas, if not the state's best shooters. And so, you know, the Lady Eagles cannot afford to have this kind of performance, or a 10-minute span or a 5-minute span like this come Saturday night.
Northrop came out in the early in the third quarter with that kind of pressure defense, which troubled the Lady Eagles and caused for some long possessions, minute-long and even minute and 30-second long possessions for the Lady Eagles, and couldn't really get good looks inside, a lot of passing the ball around the perimeter, and kind of what started the promise for Columbia City, as we talked about, just a one-point game at the half, but the second half was completely dominated by the Northrop Lady Bruins.
Oh, wait on the arrival of Coach Krieger. Wes, do you have stats ready over there?
I sure do. Starting off with the Northrop Bruins, who really had a solid performance at every position tonight. Had 3 ladies in double-digit scoring. Leading the way was number 30, Jamaica Banks, who had those fouls early but played well in the second half. Ended the game with 14 points and 7 rebounds for Northrop. And following her will be Brittany Rare, who had 10 points, and Trisha Lee with 10 points as well, who we talked about a few times during the game, with just her floor leadership and made some good passes as well, and racked up quite a few assists in this one. Faith Sherrill for Northrop also had 8 points, and rounding things out with 2 points apiece are Jamaica Gates, Samantha Harris, and Chastity Caldwell for the Northrop Lady Bruins. Your Columbia City Lady Eagles leading the way will be Sherry Hoppy, who had 10 points in the night, and following her will be Amanda Hicks, who, as we talked about, had those 7 points in the second half. And Ashley Rhodes chipped in 5 for the Lady Eagles. Andy Roy on a tough night added 4 points. And Kim Ruffick rounded out the points for the Lady Eagles with 2 points.
Oh, a rough night and a rough second half, by all means, does the Lady Eagles in tonight. They lose this one by 20, 48-28, and just when they thought they were in the thick of it, they were out of it. The lead really ballooned there in the third quarter, and Northrop really iced things in the fourth quarter. They tried to take some time off the clock. The Lady Eagles put them on the free throw line. A lot of three-point plays tonight, and they give a team a lot of looks like they gave the Lady Bruins tonight, and most of the time you're going to lose these kind of games.
That's right, and as we talked about a few times too, the rebounding battle down low. Looking at the stats, Northrop had 3 girls with over 5+ rebounds, and when that happens, Columbia City, you know, any team's really going to be in for a long night when you have trouble rebounding basketball and giving teams second and third chance opportunities. It's just asking for them to rack up points.
Very good points, Wes, and I'm sure Coach Krieger will look at the stats and decipher them. If he didn't see it on the floor, he'll see it in the stat column, because the Lady Eagles just didn't get it done tonight. Again, they lose this one going away, 48-28. The final score here tonight. Casey missed it earlier. The JV did pick up a win tonight, 23-20. And hoping we'd have some news on the older wrestling match, but the phone didn't ring while we were talking, and wish the boys the best of the luck in the NHC. Hopefully they can pick up a good one tonight for all those back in Columbia City. And we look forward to the schedule the rest of the week as we go right down the list. January 28th, the boys are in action. They go over to New Haven on Friday night to hopefully secure another big win in the NHC play. And then the girls once again in action Saturday night as they play New Haven at Columbia City. So that coming up the rest of the week here on WJHS. The rest of the schedule, we go right down the list. February 1st, you already mentioned it. Columbia City boys take on Northrop. Always a pretty good game. A couple have got out of hand the last few years, but Northrop, a very athletic crew.
Right, Northrop, the past few years, Josh Gaines, who's a big player for them, I believe is going to a Big Ten school to play college football.
Right.
And also a solid basketball player for them, graduated this past year. But Northrop always athletic and always up to the task, because Columbia City, as we talked about with a hot win streak, winning 6 of 7, will take them on after their New Haven battle, and the matchup will be on February 1st at Donald S. Weeks Gymnasium.
In case you didn't know, too, February 8th, the sectional, girls basketball sectional will kick off, and that sectional is at Columbia City High School, and I think, I know it's not for sure yet. I know it has not been announced publicly, but the draw they're talking about would be the Sunday before, and you can wait on Andy and I or whoever for further details. I'm sure once we know exactly what will go on, we will let you know. So the draw coming up, but again, the girls basketball sectional is at Columbia City. It begins on February the 8th. We'll look right down the list, and boy, the boys season, they have a few games left too. Carroll, Manchester, Northridge, Elkhart Central, all on the road. They get a good Wawasee team at home this year, and the boys sectional gets started on March the 1st, and I believe that's over at Warsaw, or is that DeKalb this year? I can't remember.
I think it's at DeKalb this year, actually.
I think it is at DeKalb. I think you're right.
Man, I know I would enjoy not having to drive to Wawasee this year.
Wawasee? You mean Warsaw?
Well, for the Wawasee game.
Oh, okay, I got you.
Later in